This is fake. The words were whispered, barely audible, yet they froze the billionaire's hand in midair. She didn't say it in English. She said it in Arabic. The waitress who had been refilling water glasses all evening stood perfectly still, eyes lowered, tray trembling slightly in her hands. To everyone else, she was invisible. To him, in that moment, she became the most important person in the room. Because if she was wrong, he would lose $200 million. And if she was right, she might have just saved his life. Omar Halstead was used to rooms like this, glass walls overlooking city lights, men in tailored suits, soft jazz playing while fortunes changed hands over signatures and smiles. At 42, he had built an empire from data and instinct, rising from a scholarship student to one of the most powerful investors in the world. Tonight's meeting was supposed to be simple. A foreign tech firm had approached him with a once-in-a-lifetime acquisition opportunity. Artificial intelligence infrastructure tied to government contracts. The numbers were perfect. Too perfect, some might say. But Omar trusted details, and every document looked flawless. As the executives talked, Omar barely noticed the waitress moving between tables. Her uniform was plain, her hair tied back, her posture careful. Her name tag read Layla. She moved like someone trained not to disturb important people. Layla had learned long ago how to disappear. She was 26, the daughter of a Syrian accountant who once audited multinational firms before the war took everything. She remembered nights at the kitchen table, watching her father review contracts line by line, teaching her how to read between numbers, how lies hid inside precision. Now her father was gone. Her mother was sick. And Layla worked double shifts to survive. She wasn't supposed to listen. But Arabic had a way of slipping past walls. As Omar's guests spoke softly among themselves, Layla caught fragments, terms that didn't belong together, phrases misused, legal expressions translated incorrectly. Her heart began to pound. Then she saw it. One page lay open on the table, the corner folded. A contract clause. A guarantee written in Arabic, but wrong. Subtly wrong. The kind of mistake only someone fluent would notice. It wasn't a typo. It was a trap. Her hands shook. Who was she to interrupt billionaires? Who would believe a waitress? She told herself to walk away. But then she thought of her father. And she leaned closer to Omar, pretending to pour water, and whispered in Arabic. This is fake. Omar didn't react immediately. Years of discipline held his face still. But his heart slammed against his ribs. He answered her quietly, also in Arabic. Explain. Layla's breath caught. She hadn't expected that. Still shaking, she pointed, subtly, with her eyes. That clause. It looks protective. It's not. It transfers liability after 12 months. You lose everything if the company dissolves. They already planned to. The room felt smaller. Louder. Omar closed the folder slowly. He switched back to English and smiled. Gentlemen, I need a moment. He stood, motioned for his legal team, and walked out, Layla's words echoing in his mind. 30 minutes later, the truth exploded. Independent verification revealed shell companies, falsified registrations, and a legal loophole so dangerous it would have wiped out $200 million overnight. The deal was a scam, brilliant, international, and almost invisible. Except to one woman carrying a tray. Omar returned to the dining room. The scammers were already gone. Layla stood near the service station, bracing herself to be fired. Instead, Omar walked toward her, and bowed his head slightly. You saved me, he said. Tears filled her eyes. I just couldn't stay silent. The next morning, Omar did something no one expected. He offered Layla a position, not as an assistant, not as charity, but as a junior analyst. When she hesitated, he said something she would never forget. Truth is rare. Courage is rarer. I need both. Years later, Layla would sit across boardroom tables of her own, confident and unafraid. And Omar would often tell young executives the story of the waitress who spoke one sentence in Arabic, and changed everything.